Hello, Nick here from TechNuovo and welcome back to the channel. If you've watched a recent video, you'll have noticed that I've moved and redecorated. First video like this, hope it comes out okay. Anyway, I digress. This is the GK71 Sonic Keyboard from MSI. It's one of their higher end keyboards. I've been using it daily for the last 3 weeks, gaming and working, and here are my thoughts. Out of the box, it's exactly as expected, sleek, modern, designed for gamers, and as this is a full-size keyboard, all bases are covered, although it takes up some space on your desk. It's weighty, sturdy, and well constructed. That weight, along with the rubber feet, put this on your desk and it's fairly secure, which is fantastic. It's got a gunmetal and black finish with some very subtle branding. The keycaps are clear with a black top, which really shows off the RGB, which is plentiful by the way, and customizable. As mentioned earlier, this is a full-sized keyboard, so you've got the arrows and numpad included, plus above the numpad some audio control options, which is a nice touch. You do also get a wrist rest included with the keyboard, which for me is always a must-have, and I personally wouldn't use a keyboard without one. Anyway, wrist rest is black, squidgy and supportive. Moving on to spec switches, the one I have here uses MSI's Sonic Reds with 35G actuation force, 1.9mm pre-travel, 4mm total travel. But you can also get Sonic Blues, which has 1.4mm travel, 3.5mm total, and forces up to 45G. So there are options depending on your type of play. It's USB 2.0, not wireless, and no wireless option available. In fact, looking on their website, I don't think MSI offer any wireless keyboards in their current lineup, which is a little bit strange. RGB throughout per key with onboard profile and Mystic Light compatibility for customization. I mentioned it before, but you've also got these media controls, which is play pause forward and backwards, plus a cool rotary knob for volume control. Also, and I hadn't realized until at least a week into using it, but the keyboard and the rest, when together, have these X-shaped recesses on the underside, which is used for cable management, i.e. your headset, which is kind of handy. Moving on to performance, and I'm happy to say I've quite enjoyed using the GK71. It is full size and wired, so it's taken some getting used to, but once the muscle memory kicks in, it's smooth sailing. The red switches are clicky, but I imagine nowhere near as clicky and as loud as the blue variant. It's a good amount of click for me, not too obnoxious, not too off-putting for people around you, yet it's a satisfying click. Minimal, smooth travel, easy to type and play with. I've been playing some Overwatch 2, some V-Rising as that came out of beta. That's actually a pretty cool game if you're looking for something new, plus some other games as well. I haven't missed a shot or movement or anything. Whenever I've asked the keyboard to do something, it has done it and done it well. If you're worried about signal conflicts or missed key presses, fear not. The GK71 can automatically detect pressed key and switch to 6 key or N key rollover, which means you can keep playing, keep grinding flowers on WoW or whatever takes your fancy. For those that don't know, 6 key rollover or N rollover relates to how many keys can be pressed simultaneously before the keyboard stops registering hits. N is all keys, 6 is 6 keys simultaneously. In real terms, there isn't much in it, and MSI say both are covered, so you're pretty good to go. Customization in terms of components, you can change the keycaps if you wanted to, and a tool is provided in the box to help you with that. However, that is it. Switches are not hot swappable. In terms of RGB, there are pre-built options into the keyboard, and you can adjust them via those keys, the arrow keys, page up, down, or delete, you know, those kind of buttons up there. Hold in the MSI logo button, press an option and scroll through. Just hold in the MSI logo plus one of those other buttons, scroll through the options and see what you like. They're pretty generic options, single color, pulsing, wave, the standard kind of thing you'd expect, but I think there is enough there to keep you satisfied. Take it a step further and install the MSI software onto your PC and gain some more options as well. Also, you can set up macros and store 3 different profiles within the keyboard memory and select them on the fly depending on the game you're playing. Other thoughts, it's wired, and I've not used a wired keyboard or mouse in quite some time. It's not a problem, it saves me worrying about battery level, but having this extra cable on my desk now, I don't know what to do with it. How do I hide it and how do I keep it neat? Anyway, that's a me problem, but I would prefer it was wireless. Also, the font on the keys, I'm not a huge fan. Although you've got the muscle memory there for typing, I rarely have to look at the keys, but when I do, I think they're a bit too futuristic. Maybe it's just me, but the M looking like a sideways E, the N and the C, the number 2 on the numpad, I don't know, I just think it's a bit of an ick for me. For now, I think that's about it. I love the look of the GK71, apart from the font. It's never skipped a beat, it's been great to play and type with. The RGB is plentiful and it'll keep you happy. The wrist rest is top notch, love that, and I like the audio controls, having the ability to turn the volume up and down via the knob. As for price, it's just over the £100 mark here in the UK, which I think is fair given what you're provided with. However, at that price range, there is a lot of options for you to consider. That's a wrap for this video. Thank you for hanging around and watching. I'm going to stick with this keyboard for a little bit longer, see how I get on over months rather than weeks, and if my opinion changes in any way, I'll pin a comment below and let you guys know.